Hi folks, it's Simon Keeling here, and it's Saturday the 10th of December, and there it is, the Keeling family Christmas tree. No, it's not really. No, we did get it yesterday. Got absolutely soaked in the process. It snowed, it hailed, it sleeted on us, so if you're getting your tree today, good luck, and I hope you don't get as wet as we did yesterday, but never mind, that's what Christmas is all about, isn't it? Now, I suspect that we've seen the first charts of Christmas, or rather the first realistic chart of Christmas. I'll show you in just a moment. It's only a hunch, that's all it is for now, but it's following the pattern that we've been talking about over the last few weeks. Now, thanks for all of you who click on the adverts around this site. You see an advert you like, click on it. Please do click on us, don't click on anybody else. Click on the adverts around the site, go through to that site, generates revenue for us, and it shows the sponsors that you're interested in what we're doing as well. And it enables this site to stay free of charge, so thanks to all of you who are doing that. Now, as I say, I suspect we've seen the first realistic chart of Christmas, and it's not coming from the ECMWF, although that's been hinting, and it's not coming from the GFS either. I think the GFS has probably made some pretty inaccurate calls on this, and the GFS is the model you see all across the web, so it could be that many of those aren't particularly telling the full story just at the moment. Now, these are the 7 to 10 day means from the ECMWF on the left and from the GFS on the right, and these are the means that run from today, so from Saturday the 10th through to from Saturday the 17th through to Tuesday the 20th. ECMWF on the left, GFS on the right here, and you can see how they're building this ridge across the central parts of the Atlantic. Now, key to this is this ridge that's also building through northern Russia, look, across the pole. I was talking about this yesterday, this linkage effect of these two becoming linked, and you see it here on the GFS as well, although it's not quite as pronounced as it is on the ECMWF. It's this idea of the two becoming linked and a block forming that could bring high pressure, easterly winds, cold conditions to the British Isles, but you've got to search pretty high and low to find any model that's kind of backing us up on that opinion just at the moment, but I'll show you in just a while. So jet stream still coming out, look, across the Atlantic, across the southwest of the UK, down through Europe, this deep trough developing over Europe. And those of you incidentally who like skiing and have heard all the reports of problems with the ski season this year, I think you're going to be pretty impressed, because this is the snow accumulation sequence, look, from weatheronline.co.uk, and if you look at the time there in the top left hand corner here, the Alps down here, watch what happens. This sequence runs for a week, and if I just play it for you here, watch what happens. Here we go, look, there's your time, and notice how this accumulation is building here, look, through the Alps throughout the week, through Switzerland and through Austria as well. So it's looking as if conditions in the Alpine resorts are going to be improving. In fact, they've already improved. I've read some reports this morning that things are much better than they were, so it's looking pretty good there. Incidentally, it's also looking pretty good up in Scotland too, so I think the Scottish ski resorts should be smiling quite nicely as well. So let me just take you through the GFS model. As I say, I don't think this is going to be particularly proven accurate by the time we get through to the next week. But before that, what we've got to watch for is this jet stream coming across the Atlantic, blasting us with these winter storms. I think it's pretty well got those nailed. Time here in the left-hand corner. Let's just get the GFS. Here it is. Time there, look, up in the left-hand corner. If we just run through the sequence here quickly, I'll show you what's going on. Is this the one that I want? Is this the GFS? No. Come on, Keeling, get the right model up to show the folks. That's the model that I want to show you. Okay, so we got this screaming jet stream coming across the Atlantic. Now then, watch as the sequence runs through. Look, in comes the next real deep low through Monday, driving rain eastward, some pretty heavy rain at that, and bringing widespread gales. Now, as that system deepens rapidly into the early part of Tuesday, look what happens. See how close together the isobars become? That's another spell of very, very strong winds going through southern parts of Scotland and northern England. We could be seeing gusts again of 80, perhaps even 90 miles an hour in some parts, and it's going to be these central belts of Scotland that suffer once again. So then we see even more go through on Wednesday, and I think this system here, as it swings south on Wednesday, could well turn to snow, particularly across the Pennines, northern parts of Wales, but I think also low levels in northwest England and the Midlands need to watch out as well during the course of Wednesday. In comes another monster storm look off the Atlantic into Thursday. This one further north than it was originally forecast, but again, notice how close together the isobars are, notice how windy it becomes, and again we're looking at 80 or 90 mile an hour winds across southern Scotland and northern parts of Ireland. But by Friday, look what's happening out towards the west. GFS building a high in here, look, linking it with a high over Greenland, and also high pressure building over Russia, with our little feature in between kind of getting trapped between the two areas. Now, that stays with us through next Saturday. Incidentally, by then, look, we get this cold Arctic wind pulling in. Wouldn't be surprised if we don't see widespread snow showers next weekend, particularly around coastal areas, but I wouldn't exclusively say they'll be there. It could well be western coast, northwestern parts of England, North Wales into the Midlands that see quite a few, as well as the far southwest of England. So we've got to keep a watch on for that. Now, after that, GFS I think goes off message a little bit, because it breaks this link between the high and it brings in more unsettled conditions then, but still keeping it quite cool. But it is still, look, trying to keep high pressure out to the west and to the east of us, so it's trying to indicate that high pressure is there, but I don't think that's the whole story. I think this is probably getting closer to it. This is from the ECMWF model, and we'll just knock through the sequence here. 24-hour steps. Look, this is again from Weather Online. There's Monday into Tuesday. There's Wednesday. Look, deep low, which is exactly what we'd expect to see, but look, the high building to the west, the high building to the east. Into Thursday, there we are, low pressure again. Friday, Saturday, bringing in that cold northerly. Sunday, look, this ridge building out towards the west, another high out towards the east, so we've got these two areas of high pressure. Now then, into Monday, it breaks the link down again, as does the GFS, look, so it brings in that area of low pressure again, and it means that that high is not hanging around for very long. But this is how I think it's going to play out. This is from the Canadian model. This is from the Canadian ensemble model, and they're pretty good at getting cold outbreaks. So this is why I'm taking notice of this. Now, don't go running around saying this is it, this is exactly what Christmas is going to be, because we can't say that at the moment. But this could well be telling us the tale as to how it's going to be. Okay, so let's just go through the sequence here. Through the next few days. This takes us into Thursday, look. Into Friday, still got the deep low, but brings the low a little bit further south than the other models. We need to watch that one for Friday. High pressure out to the west, high pressure out towards the east. Now, let's knock it on through. In we go into Saturday. It's got that northerly flow, look, coming in, that northwesterly, but it's also got this feature out in the Atlantic. So, as we get through into Sunday, look what happens. High pressure building out towards the west of the country. That's building in, and then by midnight on Sunday, look, high pressure still there, but we have this little feature off the southwest approaches. Now watch what happens to that. Okay, I'm going to knock it on in 24-hour steps. Here we go. That slips southeastwards. It gets dissolved, leaves us with high pressure across the UK, and then as we get in towards Christmas week, look, high pressure is in. This is what I think could well be the pattern. This is how it could look. There's Friday the 23rd, and there is Saturday the 24th. So this is Christmas Eve, and look, we've got high pressure over the top of us, and we've got this easterly flow that's starting to get developed across the country. This is where I think we could well be, and this is Christmas midnight. So this is midnight into Christmas Day itself. A cold north and northeasterly wind, frosty conditions across the country, and dry. That's where I think we could be for Christmas Day. That's where I'd be laying my money at the moment. Would I have big confidence in it? Probably not. Probably only sort of 20-30% chance that that will happen. but I think the other models are nearer a 15 to 20% chance that it will happen. So this is why we're still a long way away, but this is what I think we could be looking at. This is where I want to see these models progressing over the next few days. ECMWF has certainly hinted at it, GFS has tried but hasn't quite got there, but I think the Canadian may be starting to highlight something ahead. Okay, hope that's been useful for you. I know that's quite a long video today, but hopefully it's been interesting and informative. Do click on the advert, any advert that you see that you like, click on it, go through. That generates revenue for us and also shows interest to the sponsor and keeps the site free of charge. And whatever you're doing, if you're picking a Christmas tree or if you're just out and about doing some Christmas shopping, or what the hell, if you're just putting your feet up, have a great day and keep the sun shining.